We are back home from Home Depot. We have everything laying out right now. Thankfully, my dad came over and he is helping us build everything. So soon enough, we'll have the walls built and we will be able to move in. So earlier this week, I actually went into our antique mall, got everything kind of sketched out. I'm not the best drawer whatsoever, but my dad does this with every single one of his jobs. He and his aunt actually own a flooring company, so I didn't get the genes on sketching, but I did as best as I could. He came over later that afternoon and we came up with a game plan. My booth is an 8x14. We're going to do an 8-foot wall. He also suggested doing a little pony wall to make it a little bit more secure. So we're going to do that on the side that is the walkway when you first walk up. Material cost about $4.50. We did get extra pieces of pegboard, so I will take those back to cut down on the cost a little bit. I'm not sure what the people next to me are going to do in the booth, so that backside is going to be open for now, but maybe I will talk to them and see what they want to do. My husband also suggested doing curtains on that backside, so it's not so like in your face of like just an open wood. I don't know. We will see. We are going to get started on building everything, and my dad and my husband, and I am going to supervise. I told him, I said, I feel so useless, but y'all have a system going, and I am going to get out of y'all's way so y'all can get this done for me. Makes it look like I'm doing something. Thanks.
Well, make sure it's recording.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Oh, it's not on. Why is it not on? Why is it not on? There it goes. Oh, God, that was loud. Okay, which dad am I handing this to?
Oh. You have to give it to Sheldon.
Okay. So why are we putting this top piece on?
To take the bow out.
Oh, why were we putting it on before?
Sturdy the wall up.
Sturdy in the wall.
No, your dad's gonna do that.
Other dad.
And it is this dad.
Walls are going up. They have it up in less than an hour. Could not do this without them. We're just getting the walls sturdy right now. I honestly don't know what's happening, so. We are finally home. It has been a very long day. We hit up Home Depot this morning. Originally, we were planning on doing floor on the walls, but the more we thought about it, it was a little bit more labor than we wanted to do. We're trying to get this done as fast as we can so I can go ahead and put all the inventory in. I still need to price everything, so that is a whole thing. So instead, we decided to do this paneling, decorative paneling. Also, surprise, I don't know if I've said it yet, I have two booths now. So one side of the booth is going to be more masculine, more manly, the part that we don't have the walls up. So we went with the darker look. For the wood, we are just going to do a rustic wood color. These are both the Bear. This is a water-based premium rustic wood effects. And this one is a water-based stain and poly gloss. I just hope that I picked the right color. I think I'm gonna get a lot of comments about like, oh, you're not staining it right, but please leave them because I am always up to learning. For me, I feel like it's gonna really pick up those blue undertones that the board has. So we have a few furniture pieces in the booth already, but today is working on the rest of the furniture. We need to head and get some wood glue, glue a couple pieces back together, wipe a lot of stuff down, and see what condition these pieces are in. So that is how we are spending our day. I want to wipe it down real good, real good, and then.
With what?
I mean, first just get all the dust and stuff off of it, and then.
I'm saying he's gonna do a pledge, or.
I guess, and then yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then maybe do the pledge oil. Or even that wood cleaner that I have inside. I need just to stop cussing too. Hey, thanks.
What?
I'm recording.
Dude. Never said, hey, I want to be on YouTube.
Do you get choices?
I mean, I can take my happy ass back inside.
Oh my god.
Mm.
bookcases that I got off of Facebook. Is this beautiful side hutch. I need to open it because the back looks a little blue, and I don't know if that's just because of the glass. And then, oh goodness, I haven't even opened it. Okay, so it does need, a good wipe down. Looking at the back of these are all just like little run-bys, and it's a little wobbly. So Shauna put a lot of nails in the back to keep these boards more in place because they were really falling off. So it is definitely more secure than it was before. But we are going to be painting the inside of this cabinet white. Right now it's like this robin eggs blue, almost like a seafoamy green. And it's pretty and it stands out, but it's messy. It's dirty in there. So we are just going to go white in it and keep the outside the exact color it is. Okay, so this has been sitting overnight. I think she is done. We need to put the door back on this side. I might put a little bit of Old English on these doors. I'm not sure yet, but all in all, I think she turned out really pretty. So I love this table, and honestly, it doesn't need a whole lot of work. It just has a little bit of residue here and there. Solid, it's heavy. I got this at the same place that I got that corner hutch. So I am actually so surprised how well of a condition this is in. So I'm just gonna try using the adhesive remover. I've used this once on something else. I can't remember what it was. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit of it. Use a shop towel. So last and final project for now to put in the booth is these IKEA bookshelves that we got yesterday. Now they were white, then they were painted black, so now I'm going to sand them down and paint them this really pretty green color. It's like a hunter green, but a little bit darker, like a forest green. It's gonna go on the more masculine side, and I think it's just gonna make it look so like all put together. The masculine side I'm kind of struggling with a little bit as far as the furniture that I have so far, so I think these bookcases will just tie it all together. So as far as the sanding, I use an 80 grit sandpaper just to get off a little bit of that top layer. I'm not trying to take all the paint off, and I'm definitely not trying to get to the actual particle board. Just want to get it a little bit gritty, that way that the primer and the paint will stick to it and I don't have to worry about it chipping off or anything. I feel like I should have done that to the bookshelves I have in my office because that paint is peeling, and this being particle board, these steps are really important that way that it doesn't just peel right off. So I'm going to go ahead and do the sides and the bottom, same paper, 80 grit, and give it a good wipe down, and then we can move on to the rest of the boards. So for our primer, I'm using the Bin primer. This is the original shellac interior and spot exterior. So this takes about 15 minutes to cure, and then you can sand in between. So I'm gonna do all of the boards, let it cure for about 24 hours, and then go back over it with the paint. So I have put 2 coats of primer on at least one side of the board so far. I'm waiting for those to dry. Then once we get back from picking up my daughter, I'm gonna flip them and do the other side. But now I have to sand this. I'm gonna sand, I don't know if I have time just yet to sand it, but once we get back, oh goodness, that meant little dollies. Got these off of Amazon, and this is actually the first time I'm using them. So far they've come in handy. I have that little bit of lip over the garage trying to get it out, but a lot easier than me trying to carry this. I've painted the cabinets and I realized that I don't want to prime that twice. I've used a lot of prime already, so I think I'm just going to prime the actual shelf, bookcase, whatever once. I'm going to prime the shelves twice and then paint them. Probably won't get to paint them until tomorrow because I'm going to let everything cure for about 24 hours and then hopefully I'll be ready to paint by then. So last night I finished up both of the bookcases. All of the shelves are done. I went through 2 cans, well, a can and a half of primer because I realized I was using way too much primer. First time using primer, first time painting IKEA shelves, so hopefully I got enough paint. Let me show you what the cabinets look like. This is the first shelf that I was doing, and I was actually like getting into the corners. I was taking my time, so it's a lot more covered than this one. This is the second one I did, and I just kind of slapped it on last night. The shelves are really covered, so that was my main, except for that one. That's the back of, no, that's the front of it. Anyway, I don't know. I'm learning. This was my main concern with the shelves. As long as they're covered, and that is what is the most important to me right now. For this project, we are using the Behr Premium Semi-Gloss. This is a cabinet door and trim enamel paint in the deep base 7123. The color we picked is the Black Bamboo. I just feel like this rich green color is going to look perfect on the masculine side of the booth up against that brown woodsy wall. I feel like the colors of the green and the browns are going to pair perfectly together. So let's shake this up. Let's get started. Hopefully this won't take me all day again, and hopefully we have enough paint this time. We are almost done with the loading and unloading process. I still have to label everything and price everything.